in the mix. We've got students from 3 different primary schools to tell us how they really do feel about the 11 plus exam. I find that so often leading up to the exam, we're all discussing it. Should we abolish it? Should we not? Should we keep it? And then the children take the exam, and on that day, journalists from all around the island flock to the schools to find out how the exam was. And then that's it. We don't hear about it again until the results come out, and then everybody flocks around the children again. But this is an opportunity to hear directly from them. Give them a voice. How did the children themselves really feel about the 11 plus exam? Let's take this opportunity to say welcome to the mix of these young scholars. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right. So, it was good. Congratulations on making it through the 11 plus exam.
Thank you.
So right now, the stress of the 11 plus is all over. So you guys are relaxing, having a good time at school?
Yes, please.
All right. I hope I get a little bit more than yes, please. Right?
Yes.
Hey, today on the mix, we're going to have snakes and lizards. And that sound fun?
Yes, please.
Nobody's afraid of lizards here?
Yes, not necessarily.
No, that's not true. There were some other hands raised here. Who's afraid of lizards? Only the girls? The boys aren't afraid of lizards? No, they're not.
But maybe the snakes.
But maybe the snakes.
Yes, if they're poisonous then.
No poisonous snakes today.
Alright, maybe it should be fine.
So we'll work it out. Sounds good. So let's introduce then Casey Hinkson and Khalil Van der Poel Nurse, who both represent Charles and Brooke.
Yes, please.
Hello. And representing St. Gabriels, Zachary Gill and Aliyah Evelyn. And for Blackman Gollop Primary, we have Gabriel Wade and Adrian Frederick.
Yes, please.
All right, so we're going to have a conversation right after this on the mix. We're going to find out exactly how these young scholars feel about the 11 plus exam. In the meantime, here's a little bit more Major Rhythm and Vibes. Recently took the 11 plus exam. So my first question, how was the preparation that went into preparing for the exam? And I know some of you go to school extra and stuff like that. So let's start over here. Charles approved. So tell me about the extra preparation that went into preparing.
The extra preparation was good because in the Easter vacation, we got more practice before we did the exam.
So when everybody was on Easter break, you guys were in school?
Yes, please.
So what about over here? Now, is this extra preparation within your school, or did you take extra lessons outside of school?
Well, most of my preparation was in the school, but I didn't take any extra lessons. The preparation was pretty hard because you had a lot of homework and a lot of classwork that you needed to get done in a certain amount of time.
You guys go to school extra as well, Aliyah, right? You go to school earlier in the morning, or you say later in the evening?
We go to school earlier in the morning.
Was that how early? What time did you have to get to school?
Around 7:30.
7:30?
Yep.
Was it difficult?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about Blackman Gollop? You guys had extra preparation as well?
Yes, please.
What did you have to do?
We had in the Easter vacation, we had to go to school, and sometimes we had lessons on Tuesday evenings with our teachers.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think the preparation was good as well because it really boosted your confidence when you kept seeing good results coming back from it.
So was all of your preparation within your school with your teachers? Did anybody have to take private lessons?
Yes, please.
No, you took private lessons?
Yes, please.
What did you take?
Outside, I went with a teacher from my school, but I went to her house on Sundays or Saturdays and took lessons with her.
On the weekends, working. And what subject did you need extra help in?
I think just comprehension.
The comprehension. So then, so the big day, it was just recently. So how was it, closer to the beginning of the month? How was the actual exam? Tell me about it.
The grammar was easy and comprehension was easy, but the math was a little bit challenging in section 3.
All right, and Khalil?
Yeah, I was a little nervous, but then as soon as it started, I felt confident and I felt I was going to do well. And then math, as she said, was a little challenging.
Yeah. Anybody else was nervous?
Yes.
Everybody was nervous. So, okay, so they said grammar comprehension was okay. You guys, how did you guys find the math?
The math with the question structure was really what stumped me, because I mean, you would know how to do these questions. There's nothing that you don't know how to do, but it's just how they worded it. It makes you think a lot of how you would have to do it.
Yeah. You guys were able to get through all of the questions?
Yes.
Yeah. But how do you feel about the amount of time that they gave you? How long is the exam?
An hour,
1 hour and 15 minutes.
And is there a break in between the subjects?
Yes.
Do you feel that was adequate time?
Yes.
Was enough time? What did everybody do after the exam was finished?
Our class went to the Hazel Plains and other class went to Hilton and Accra.
Excuse me? Really?
Yes, please.
I think after my 11 plus exam, I got a snack box. Something like that. I certainly didn't get a staycation. What did you guys do after the exam?
Some of my friends, we went to Hilton.
What did you do?
Well, the two J4 classes for St. Gabriels, we went to the cruising club and we had lunch and it was very fun.
Aliyah, how did you feel? So after the 11 plus exam and you guys got together at the cruising club, everybody was talking about the actual exam. What were people saying?
They were saying, what did you write for this question? What did you write for that? Oh no, I got it wrong.
And what, do you guys remember the comprehension questions, the composition, sorry? What you had to write about, what the topics were?
How to improve your school, a place I have visited.
When I looked out my window, I saw write a story that ends with I wish I kept it. I really wanted to keep it. I'm glad I didn't.
And then there was a picture essay.
So explain that to me.
Well, I didn't actually do it, but I checked through. I'm pretty sure it had two elderly people going to cross the road, and then there was a lady in her car going really fast talking on the phone, and the elderly people nearly got knocked down by the lady, and she passed, and there was a police right there. So the police came and stopped her.
So you had to look at the picture, whatever your interpretation might be, and you write about that.
Right.
Okay. Now, interestingly enough, I know that you guys know that people are always talking about abolishing the exam, so stopping the exam completely and finding a different way for students to transition from primary school to secondary school. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel it's a good idea because
You feel what is a good idea?
the abolishing the exam,
Okay.
because of all the stress that is given on children, practice tests every Tuesday, and if you don't do well, the crying and it's stressing out the children.
Any other opinions?
Well, part of me says yes to abolish it, but the other part says no. The part that says yes is saying because of all the stresses, he said, and how much work you have to do, and you get sad if you don't do well. But the part that makes me want to keep it is I don't know any other way how you would make a decision of where to go.
Yeah. Any ideas? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I say yes too because keeping it really helps you, and children who have different learning skills, the examination really helps to allocate where they go. So if you are smart but you don't pick up on the word as fast as other people do, then you don't have to go to schools that really have fast-paced learning experiences.
I like it. So one of the things that Zachary is saying is coming up with a solution. Have you guys thought about what probable solutions there would be if they got rid of the 11 plus?
You could have SPAs, I think that we call, where
School-based assessments.
based on how the children perform in school, so you know that you have to pay attention in school, so increase the level of jobs and people doing well.
Okay, so just so I completely understand, Colin, so what you're saying is rather than it being one specific exam, you kind of look at what all of the work that the child has been doing and the standards that they're at, and then go with that.
Yes.
Any other opinions? Like that solution? All right. Now, one of the things that you guys mentioned is the stress that you were feeling in terms of preparing for the exam. Describe to me what that stress felt like. How did you feel stressed?
Well, I honestly didn't feel stressed because I felt prepared because of my teachers helping my class and me do all of the work. So I felt prepared, but a little nervous on the day. But when you started, you just felt confident.
Right. What about you, Aliyah? How did that stress feel? What did it feel like to you?
Well, I felt a little bit nervous and excited at the same time that I finally finished and going to secondary school.
Yeah. What about Adrian and Gabriel? What is the stress that you felt?
Well, I felt stressed because every time I had a practice test and I wouldn't get above 95,
Are you going to get above 95?
I thought I would get like my mother would quarrel with me
Right.
and say you should get hired and get the marks to go to Queen's College, and I felt really stressed
Right.
with my mother on me all the time.
Gabriel?
I think the stress was easy. I don't think I felt that much stress except for me getting into the 90s and then the stress that I gave myself because I really wanted to get into top 10. So I knew I needed anything close to 100. So I was trying to get at least 295s, but I didn't think that would do it. So
You're a numbers man. So you're saying, not for you, the stress wasn't even necessarily just passing the exam. It was that you want to be in the top 10 throughout the whole island?
yes, please.
I like it. I like that attitude. Now, what about extracurricular activities? What kind of activities do you do? And did you keep doing them while you were preparing for the exam? What do you do?
I did volleyball, but I kind of quit it because our teacher was doing work with us on evenings, and I didn't want to miss out on that work that our teacher was doing.
So you stopped your volleyball while you were preparing. What about you, Khalid? What do you do?
I do football and athletics. So I had to quit it because it was time to buckle down and get more marks.
Okay, did anybody keep up their extracurricular? Go ahead, Aliyah.
Well, I have tennis every Saturday from 9 to 10, and I just felt that I did everything like normal.
I had to postpone football for about 2 months in order to continue doing my work because we got a lot of homework and my dad would sometimes say it's impossible to finish it.
So what about you, Adrian?
I didn't stop, but only I stopped netball because our coach said that he wanted us to focus on the exam. But all my other activities, I kept doing them, and some of them helped me. And like my music theory, it had in a lot of math, so I could still practice math in day activity.
And you had netball, but you stopped for a while. You have ballet, you have violin, anything else?
And brownies.
Okay, and brownies too. Exactly. Did you stop any of your activities?
Well, I played squash in the afternoon and I played football in my breaks. But I kept on playing football in the breaks. But I cut squash down to once a week because I used to play twice a week.
Okay. Now, what are the big plans for the summer? Anybody want to share their summer plans with us?
I'm going to be going to England to see my birthplace.
All right.
And I'm also going to be spending some time in London and just having a nice and relaxing time.
That sounds really exciting. What about you, Aliyah?
I'm probably, I don't know.
You don't know yet. So the summer is completely open. Adrian, what are you going to do this summer?
I think I'm going to get a sleepover with all of my girlfriends, and I'm going to the Philippines and Asia to meet my mommy's family.
Aw, sweet. Yes.
My mom said I might be able to go to Disney World or do a staycation, but it's not looking possible because I have to have surgery.
When do you have to have surgery on, Gabriel?
I don't know exactly what it's called because my mommy wouldn't inform me about it, but I know that she told me, or the doctor told me that it has to do with me falling asleep.
Okay.
Because I can't breathe, so it takes more energy.
Okay, I won't guess what it is because I'm not a doctor. But I hope that you get through that well and maintain your health and look forward to secondary school. What are you guys doing for the summer?
I think I will go to New York and see my cousins and my aunts and release stress from combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan to do anything that just has fun.
That sounds good. That sounds nice and spontaneous. That's so wonderful. I'm glad that you guys were able to join us on the show. And let's take this opportunity to say thank you so much to anybody who had a hand in helping you. And anything else you want to share with us?
I want to thank everybody, all of the teachers in the school who helped me, even the teachers who didn't teach me. I want to thank them for supporting me, and I would like to thank the principal for helping me and just talking me through.
All right, so that's Mrs. Bucket, is the principal of St. Gabriels School. Thank you so much. And what about Matt Mangala?
I would like to say thank you to my teacher, Mrs. Johnson, also Mrs. Lashley, Miss Ford, the principal, Mrs. Walker, and also Miss Evening and Mrs. Jones Miller. But I would like to say a special thank you to my dad, because in the exam he wanted me to do better than he did. So did my mom, so it was a bit of pressure on me to beat the high flying standards. But my uncle was always telling me do my best, and my best is the best.
That's right. That's right. What about Charles Broom? Anybody you'd like to say thank you to?
I would like to say thank you to my principal and all of the teachers that are at the school, and especially my mother for telling me that don't matter what school I go to, at least I try my best.
She's absolutely right. And I purposely didn't ask you guys what school you wanted to go to, because I honestly believe what really matters is what you do when you get to that particular school. So good luck to you.
Thank you.
And it was so nice chatting with you guys today. But you guys aren't going anywhere, because after this, we're going to hang out with some snakes and some reptiles, right?
Yes.
All right, we're celebrating children in the midst.
It's a blessing to be there.